All right, let's discuss Brainology by Carol S. Dweck. So I make all of my classes read this article at the very first of the semester because I hope that it can inspire you as you go forward in your education. And I hope it inspires you to take your own education into your own hands, and to realize that you control the outcome. So this deals with what Dweck has noted: fixed mindset versus growth mindset. And so your purpose as you're reading this particular article is to make sure that you come away understanding what growth mindset is, what fixed mindset is, okay? So the quiz that you take for this article will make you just identify whether a particular student has fixed mindset or growth mindset. So this is still a good article to read because it has a lot of different things going for it that you will need to start paying attention to as you do research for your term paper in a couple of weeks. So Carol Dweck is a psychologist. She is the leading psychologist in this particular issue, and she is noted and published in a lot of places. So she explains that growth mindset is when a person is not afraid of setbacks. A person can learn from any mistakes or apparent failures, learn from those, and then do better, next time. The attitude that a person has everything to do with this particular issue. And it is the growth mindset people that tend to be, they are more successful. Fixed mindset, on the other hand, these people believe that their intelligence is fixed, that they are only so smart and they can't get any smarter. And so a lot of issues come with that. They give up, they don't work as hard, any kind of setback is really devastating. Okay, so one of the things that you'll note about this particular article is that Dweck jumps around from a few different studies that she has done. So in here, she starts talking about this study that they did with people that were transitioning to the 7th grade. So these are middle school kids. So what she's doing, this is why it's important. Not only is she sharing her own results, her own research, but she's also making sure that she includes references to research from other people. So the 7th graders, she gives us the evidence here, okay, and she shows the reader the different things that they learned in this particular study. She begins first, next. Here's the third thing, that students have different reactions to setbacks. And finally, a fourth piece of evidence from the study of the 7th graders. Okay, and right here, anytime you see the phrase "in short," that's somebody summing it up for us. And so she says, in short, the belief that intelligence is fixed dampens students' motivation to learn, made them afraid of effort, and made them want to quit after a setback. This is why so many bright students stop working when school becomes hard. Many bright students find grade school easy and coast to success early on, but later on, when they are challenged, they struggle. They don't want to make mistakes and feel dumb, and most of all, they don't want to work hard and feel dumb, so they simply retire. Okay. All right. So this is introducing the concept of fixed mindset versus growth mindset. And then she gets into how do we learn these mindsets, because it's really important. I'll tell you right now that when I was in high school, I had a very fixed mindset. I thought my intelligence was limited and that it couldn't grow anymore. And so that I was limited in what I could do with my life. And it took me a very long time. I was in my late 20s probably before I realized the control I had over what I could learn and what I could achieve. And that, mistakes and failures and setbacks are part of life. And golly, if we don't get over those, how sad life would actually be. So she started focusing on, okay, how do students learn these mindsets? You know, if we have this group of 7th graders and this percentage of them has growth mindset and the other percentage doesn't, what's different about these students? So she references the fact that in the 1990s, parents and schools decided to really start praising students for their self-esteem. And then, unfortunately, this backfired because they are not... they were praising the wrong thing, okay? And so she shares that research here. And she noted that praising effort over intelligence is what created the growth mindset. If the children were praised for their efforts. Okay, here she gets into a study of 5th graders. So you're not going to be tested on this or anything, but it is important when you're reading that you stay clear on what's going on. And so that's a nice little challenge in this Dweck article, that you stay clear on which particular research she is conducting at any point. All right. So then the title Brainology comes in because she developed a computer game or app that would help children learn how to have growth mindsets. All right, so I hope you read through this again. When you come away from this particular article, make sure you understand and be able to identify someone who has a growth mindset versus someone who has a fixed mindset. And most importantly, you work to establish a growth mindset for yourself as you enter college. Understanding that our brains are capable of growing and learning. That literally, it's called neuroplasticity. The fact that you are in class and that you are learning begets learning. The more you learn and the more you work at it, the more you're capable of learning. And so there is no holding you back. Your attitude is going to mean everything going forward. Just understand that you do have control and work to create for yourself a growth mindset.